Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial of Slidescope related to React.js. And in this tutorial, we are going to learn about routes. Okay, so before understanding routes, let's see a very simple website. In this website, the home URL is slidescope.in. If I write forward slash and don't write anything, this will open the same website. Forward slash means same website. So let's write it down. Like if we are writing forward slash, that means it is opening the same website. Okay. What if we write something like slash courses, right? So let's try that. And what if we write slash courses? So this will open courses for us. Okay. What if we write tutorials? It will open tutorial for us. Okay. So this particular string here is our complete URL or path of the page that we are viewing, and in this page, this last slug, that is tutorial or courses or whatever, is a route. Okay. Now how can we get started with route in our project? So we are again continuing the same React BS project that we have been discussing so far. And in this project, as you can see, we have courses, we have about. Okay, let me close these things first so that you will be able to see different elements. Let's close. Yeah. So first of all, when you are here, you will see the path. Like it is opening as about. But let's zoom in. So when I'm clicking on about, the path is changing, but content is not changing because nothing is happening here. Okay. So home, courses, about, and contact. So how is this happening? First of all, this is happening because in our app we created a header. Okay. Uh, from the very beginning of Bootstrap, when we started discussing Bootstrap, we created a header. Inside the header, we created these different routes. Okay, so ahref is equal to forward slash. This means that this will open the home page. Okay, ahref is equal to forward slash. That means when you will click on home, okay, when you will click on the text where home is written, it will open home page. When you will click on text where courses is written, it will open courses. Similarly about, similarly contact. So this way, ul means the unordered list, and every list item here, li, is a simple hyperlink. Ahref is equal to, and in this hyperlink we have written a text and an image. That's why you are seeing that. If you don't want to show image, you can delete this part and it will show you just the text. Okay, it will work fine, but image adds some more meaning to our, like, obviously it adds a good looking image, like its home, its courses, and so on. Now the first part, like designing, is created. Okay, but to get started with routing, you have to understand that you have to import some packages. We are in a website called reactrouter.com. Okay, this is one package that is used by many people. So react router dom is the package, and uh, you can simply install it with the help of npm i react router dom, but we will simply go to this website. Okay, which is reactrouter.com, because on this website we will get some examples, we will get some initial codes, so that we don't have to do too much. So from here you just go to tutorials. Obviously I will provide all of this, and in tutorial they have given information about creating your first Vite latest app, then npm install react router dom, and so on. So what we are going to do is we will simply install this in our app. Okay, npm install react router dom. Other than that, we have already created the project, we are already inside the project. Okay, First we will stop. We are inside the same folder. Make sure your folder directory is correct and npm install react router dom. Now this react router dom is being installed. As you can see, 103 packages and added 3 packages. Okay, so it if you will go inside your node module somewhere, you will find that. Okay, so whatever you are installing will be here. So this is something you can see. You can see React router and React router DOM. Okay, we are using React router DOM here. Now after installing the package, the next part is always importing the package. Okay, where will we import? So in our file, this is src and there is main.jsx. Okay, so in our main.jsx we are calling the header component, we are calling the app. Okay, whatever is inside app, whatever is inside header, we are calling it in main.jsx file. That's why we are able to see all of this. Okay, this is all from previous examples. So first thing, let's go step by step. So on that very website, you have done this part. npm install local forage batch sorter. This is something we are going to skip for now. And here they have given a code to import something. Okay, so in our main.jsx we are going to import this. So we will copy the entire code, go to our main.jsx and we will import this. Okay, it is grayed out because all imports in import declaration are currently unused. Okay, it's not a problem, we have imported it. And now it has given you some examples also. So what example it has given us is this very important example that we are creating a router. Okay, and we are going to use the create browser router because we are going to use the browser. Okay, and in browser if the path forward slash is typed element div hello world, instead of element div hello world we can also call a component. Okay, so first we will create these pages because currently if you will go here, you will click on courses. First we have to run the project. Let's run it. When we will click on courses, when we will click on about, it is not opening a specific page, it is only opening the default content that is inside our app.jsx. Okay, so what we have to do here is first we have to go inside our components and we will create the pages. So first we will call home.jsx. Okay, this home.jsx will create the home page. We will write RAFCE and this will call home page. Okay, we will design this later, we will put content later. This is our home page. Similarly, we will create another file that we will call about.jsx and similarly we will use the shortcut RAFCE which we have been using, and this is about us. Okay, courses, make sure the spelling is correct. So let's copy the spelling like courses. Yes, it is correct. So we are going to use courses and again RAFCE and this and one final component that is going to be contact. So this way we have created all the pages and we have not created any content here, but yes we have created. Okay, so about, button, contact, courses, header, home, we have created. Header is something that we are going to use for different purposes, but uh, that obviously in header this is something that will be called on all pages. Okay, so header will not change. because in header you have the navigation. With the navigation only, the user will be able to navigate to different pages, navigate to different routes, and then in our main.jsx we'll be declaring those routes. Okay, now let's go back to the tutorial page, and we are going to create router here. First thing, when we are going to create a router here, what is this router saying? So this router simply says if the path is this, create an element with a div hello world. Okay, but instead of this, we are saying if the path is this, if we have to use a component, we will call this component, okay, home this. So this will automatically load import home from here. Okay, so the simple mistake here is we have to use element. Okay, now everything is. So how it works is, when this is created, it is like an array. Okay, and inside this array we will have different values. For example, next value will be another inside curly braces, another value inside curly braces. So all these values will be, to make it more reader friendly, we can write it in these lines. Let's copy this and similarly paste it here, that if the path is slash about, then call the about page. About page is nothing but the component that we are calling. Okay, if the path is courses, call element courses. Okay, and we can do the same for contact. So if the path is contact, call the element contact. This way, your single page website will now behave as a multi-page website, and we have created these routers. Okay, but when you will save this and go here, obviously in courses you are not seeing anything, and on home page you are not seeing anything, because we have created that, but still some things are remaining. So now if you see in the main.jsx file, they have given this another code. So what is happening now is, this react dom is going to create route, or and when it is going to create route, it will find document.get element by id route, and it will render the react strict mode, and using the router provider, router is equal to router. So it is going to call this router whatever you have provided there. Okay, let's copy this. And where is this route? This route is inside index.html. Okay, so here you can see div id route. Okay, obviously after that we are calling the main.jsx, but div id route is always there. So we will go to main.jsx and we'll save it here, and now let's see if it makes anything happen. Okay, now if you will see closely, the create route with react dom and create route, there are two different folders here. Okay, so what can we do now? The other thing that you have to make sure is, like, it is importing all components properly or not. You can see it is importing home, courses, contact, but it is not importing about. Okay, so I will simply copy this and I will write it manually. Import about from components that about.js. At least this is fixed. So after fixing all of this up until this point, we copied this entire code from that example site. Okay, Now, so from this example side, we copied the entire component. But in our case, because we already have some components already imported, if you will see react dom.create root, create root, it is the same thing. So we will simply copy only this part, okay, and put it below header or above header wherever you want to put, okay, and we will get rid of this. So this is our code. So we will just use this much, like router provider, router is equal to router, okay. This is calling the router, and in router array we have provided all the paths. Suppose later in your application you will be adding more paths, so you will be calling them, okay. If you remember in our app.jsx, we have this button, we have this div and everything. So this is something that is acting like a fixed thing, okay. So in app.jsx, what we can do, we can uh, call, we can empty the app.jsx also, and there, or we can remove it from here and we can simply call the footer. Whatever you want to do, we will deal with that later. So this is something that, because this is called being called in all pages, this app.jsx, so this will run in all pages, okay. So later you can turn it into footer or something that you need. But let's see the application. You can see we are seeing home page, okay. We are, when you will click on courses, we are seeing courses. When you will click about, we are seeing about, okay. When you are seeing contact, we are seeing contact. Why is contact appearing above header, but because it should appear below header, okay. Because in our main.jsx it is called above header. So when we are creating an application or a web page, what happens is first is header, then the page content, and then the footer, okay. We will create the footer later, but the hierarchy will be like this. So this way we will have header, then our app, and then our router, okay. Then our in between is our router. Let's see. So now you can see about page, contact page, home page. So this way we will be able to load all of this. And if we simply empty the app page for now, let's say we go here, and because I have to provide all of this to you later, so what I'm going to do is, if because it is all JavaScript, so we'll write it like this, and I'll leave the div at least this. So it will make this empty. It will just give a warning with padding. BG warning is yellow color. It will give just the yellow color. So this is home page. This is something. Okay. So this was a simple explanation of how you can create a route or create many routes in your project and create multiple pages in there. This is very fast because this is a single page app. Everything will load from it. Obviously, it depends upon size of what amount of text or what amount of code is there in each page. But this way, your header will be fixed and footer will be fixed. Let's assume this is footer, and only your content will change. So we are following this simple pattern. I hope you understood this concept. We'll discuss more about React development in the next chapters.